Oh boy. Believe it, but guess what? I'm not believing in this one. What is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video. And we got some big news, I guess. Um Time of recording this has happened yesterday. When the news that dropped yesterday, and that is apparently Naruto is officially getting a live action movie from Lionsgate. Um, Now, this doesn't really, I mean, it surprised me and it doesn't really surprise me because, well, how do I put this? Lionsgate has had the movie rights to Naruto since, like, I think 2015. Um, and they had been allegedly been developing a movie since then. Now I remember talking about this like years ago on YouTube about Lionsgate, trying to develop a Naruto movie, and we didn't really hear really anything after we got like a concept script. So there was a concept script years ago, I believe it was in 2015, that was released. Um, and it wasn't a very favorable script. It was a horrible script, actually, because there were some things that they were saying, talking about, like, they were calling I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was, they were saying that the Hokage was like the village leader or something like that. Like, they were actually using that as the actual term instead of calling him Hokage. Um, so there was a lot of not so good things from that leaked concept script that Lionsgate originally had, put out. Um, so really, after that had happened, everything went silence for like all these years until now, basically. Um, so so this whole thing dropped. Viz Media, actually, I think, were the first people that reported it on their social media, since, obviously they have the anime rights to Naruto, the anime dubbing rights to Naruto. So they dropped it. Um, Now there were rumblings like a couple of months ago, like towards the end of last year, that this was going to happen. That Lionsgate was going to officially announce that they were going to be making a movie of Naruto, which was kind of interesting because, again, after that concept script was leaked in 2015, um, we I think it was 2015. Um, they pretty much were dormant. They didn't really talk about it at all for all those years. Um, and now it heated up like towards the end of last year that Lionsgate was going to now officially make a Naruto movie. Um, there was some speculation going on that Lionsgate was doing this because there was a possibility they were going to lose the movie rights to Naruto soon. Um, and Here we are. I am wondering how much of this push was done because of the success of the One Piece Netflix series. I'm not exactly sure if that had anything to do with this, or if this was Lionsgate trying to push for the movie now because of the rights ending, possibly. I don't know what the Naruto cinematic right contract was drawn up for Lionsgate. Um, but if it's anything like the Marvel one, I mean, Marvel, the old Marvel contracts where they would license out their characters to other movie studios, back in the day. I mean, it still is going on with Spider-Man to this day with Sony, but if it's anything like those type of old deals, I mean, Lionsgate would have lost the rights already, I would think, because they hadn't developed a movie for 7 years. So maybe their rights were a little longer than that. I have no idea, but I don't really know what the the deal with Lionsgate's cinematic rights with Naruto are. I'm just, again, speculating based on what Marvel used to do. Um, so Viz Media posted out, believe it, Naruto live action movies in the works. Which, even though it's been in the works since 2015, but whatever. So the director, the director's name, I just want to say, make sure I'm saying this right here. Uh, Destiny or Decent. Daniel Cretant. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but that's how I read it. So yeah, I'm not really sure who this guy is, but he is the one who is tasked of being the director for this Naruto live action movie. So according to this website, he co-wrote and directed Marvel Studios' Shin Ching and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I don't know what that second movie is, and I think I heard of the other one, but I didn't watch it. So, anyways, so that's who is tasked with the directing. Now, according to this, Kishimoto said, quote, I thought he would be the perfect director for Naruto. I also found him to be an open-minded director who was willing to embrace my input and feel strongly that we would be able to cooperate together in production proceedings. So a lot of people are using this thing that Kishimoto said as, oh my God, this is going to, it's going to do fine. Because Kishimoto is going to be involved in some way. I want to hold my breath on this one, okay? Because just because he's going to, I guess, be involved, I don't think it does say that he's actually officially involved. It's just that he is being like a consultant, really, with the director. I'll say this right now. You also want to know who also did consulting, and you want to know who else was a creator that was consulting with a director for a live-action anime adaptation that also gave his stamp of approval at the time. Mike and Brian, the creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender. When they did the Last Airbender movie, they had the stamp of approval from the director as well. And we all know how that film panned out. So this by no means does not mean that this film's going to be good. Especially if he really doesn't take all of the input from Kishimoto. You can't use the One Piece Netflix series as an example for this because Oda literally had an iron grip on that Netflix series. He had an iron grip. He was like saying, hey, you got to change this, you got to change that, if things weren't going the way he wanted them to be. He had complete creative control on that Netflix live-action One Piece series. From the sounds of it, is Kishimoto doesn't really have 100% control of this movie. He is consulting with this director. So that doesn't mean he has to listen to everything Kishimoto is going to say. So there's a concern right there. Um, Now, in terms of what this is going to be about, I'm almost assuming that they're not going to use that leaked concept script that they, took out, or that was leaked 7 years ago or whatever. I'm sure this is going to be completely a new script altogether. But where do they go with this? I think they should start with Naruto Part 1. I don't think they should go into Naruto Shippuden. I think they should follow the Naruto's beginning adventures and whatnot. Now, if this was Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball, I would say, you got to do Dragon Ball Z first, but that's also because Dragon Ball Evolution sucked and fucked everything. You can't do Dragon Ball if you ever do a Dragon Ball fucking live action series again. You have to go right to Dragon Ball Z. You got to Star Wars that shit. But don't get me started with this, because by all means I'm not advocating that Dragon Ball Z should get a live action series, because I don't want to see a live action series of Dragon Ball Z after they fucked the first time. With that fucking stupid horseshit Dragon Ball Evolution. But that's what I think they should do if they ever did do it again, or if they ever tried again in the future. But with Naruto, I would say you go with Part 1 here. Believe it. But if you do that, I would be interested to see what the cast is, because the cast, obviously Team 7 and most of the characters in Naruto are teenagers. So they're going to have to get a lot of teenager child actors to do it, which means you're probably not going to have an A-list actor unless you cast Kakashi with an A-list. And that's one of the biggest things they're going to have to do. They're going to have to get an A-list actor in this. You got to cast an A-list actor in this goddamn thing. Because, this is going to be a movie. This is not going to be like a fucking, a fucking streaming service thing. This is going to go in the theaters. So you're going to have to get a big gun. You're going to have to get someone. And I think because Kakashi is the main adult character in this equation. He's obviously on Team 7. He's the Jonin. He's the sensei for Team 7. So they're going to have to get someone really, really strong. They're going to have to get someone really, really, popular to really kind of sell this. I think they got to get someone really good for Kakashi. Because I think that's going to be the selling point if they do Part 1. Like I said, I have no expectations for this film to do good. If it does, great. That only helps the anime industry get more live action adaptations. But I'm not holding my breath on this one. This to me screams not going to be good, especially with some of the, things that have happened, with other animes, because other than One Piece, which again, Oda had 100% control in that, none of them have panned out. So this to me is something that's going to be very, very a cautionary tale. Again, Lionsgate has sat on this. They have sat on this for they've sat on this for 7 years, guys. So I'm not holding my breath on this if this doesn't do well. We got One Piece, and that's the most important thing, is we do have something good to look forward to, but I'm not sure about this one, guys. I don't think this is going to turn out well. And hopefully I'm wrong, but I just don't see it. I do not see it, guys. I just do not see it here. That's my thoughts on the Naruto live action movie. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is going to be good? Where do you guys think they're going to do? What do you guys think on how they're going to approach it? Who do you think they're going to cast, too? Because that's, to me, is going to also be a thing that needs to be done. I think they have to get an A-list actor in there to do it. Lionsgate isn't a big studio, so big movie studio for their own standards, so that might be an issue as well. But I think that's what they got to do to sell this thing. And also have a good plot, obviously, as well, and have a good storyline. And hopefully the director actually listens to Kishimoto 99% of the time. But that's wishful thinking at this point. But we'll see how it happens. Comment, rate, if you like this video, my videos, please subscribe. Believe it. And that's another thing. I would also say Naruto needs to say believe it in this, not before we leave officially. Believe it, to me, will always be a better catchphrase than to me is a repetitive, kind of just out there type of like, come on now. Believe it, for all the memes that people did about believe it to me was a better catchphrase than, that's just my take on it. So hopefully they do believe it again for Naruto Part 1 if they do the Part 1 events of Naruto. That's all I gotta say. Comment, rate, if you like this video, my videos, please subscribe, hit the notification bell for all the latest content. Thank you. And that's about it, guys. I am the SS Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace! Also, besides my YouTube channel, I do have a Twitch, follow it, the SS Ultimate Goku, Instagram, the SS Ultimate Goku, and I do have a Discord link in the description where I talk about wrestling, anime dubs, cartoons, live-action movies, live-action TV series, NFL, all that stuff. So make sure to go and you can have discussions. So now, I'm out. Peace.